Hello everyone, Mark91 here with the fourth video in my Dungeons & Dragons basic game journal. I'm recording this one after I recorded number 5 because I forgot. Okay, I'll record video number 6 after this. So yeah, the technical stuff from the the second session covering the third and fourth encounter, which were I remember one of them, but I'll have to look up what the others. Uh, Sorry about this, I just forgot. Okay, I should remember when I look it up again. Let's see. Third encounter, that's the second. Yes, the numbers. The third encounter was the one I remembered, which is the crypt. The party arrives in a single room filled with 4 coffins, an altar, and some chests. And there's a corpse lying on the floor. Well, this encounter is to teach about resistance to certain types of weapons and alternative ways to take out enemies, or at least certain enemies. The thing with the room is that once you get to the monster's turn, a skeleton pops out from one of the 3 coffins. Well, the 3 intact coffins. One is smashed, and the body on the a skeleton pops up from one of the coffins, destroying the coffin, I believe, in the process. Yeah. The corpse on the ground, an orc, gets raised as a zombie, and a demon inside the altar, laughs out and such. He's the one behind all of that. Okay, the technical stuff now of that. Skeletons and similar enemies are resistant to slashing damage, so they get in the game 5 points of damage reduced whenever they're struck with a sharp weapon, like bow and arrow, like an arrow, dagger, short sword, and such. But they don't have any resistance against blunt weapons like maces and such, or quarterstaffs, which are what the characters which are what the adventurers use. All those weapons, short swords, quarterstaff, etc. The zombie, he is resistant against blunt damage, like the quarterstaff and the hammer, but no resistance against slashing weapons. So yeah. Once you would figure out which which has resistance to what, it'd be good to concentrate on attacking that one with the weapons they're not resistant to. Once the skeleton is killed, a new one pops up in the next monster's round, and that happens twice more, in 3 skeletons in total. The zombie, it's about 3 times tougher than the skeleton, but once it's gone for good. And then there's the final enemy, the altar demon. There are 2 ways to take it out. One by just smashing the altar, and the second is by removing the gem inside, which apparently seems to contain the demon. Once that gem is removed, it shatters and the demon is gone. Other than that, there are 2 chests to search, and that's about it for this encounter. Just telling it's short, but just figuring stuff out and such, and the combat it's a lot longer than that. Let's see. Oh yes, the next encounter, the Minotaur Maze. These characters, the adventurers start out in a room for which the same tile as an earlier fight is used. I'll see if it's on top here somewhere. Let's see. Nope. This one. They start out back in this one, and the second room is this one, like this. Okay. Put away the wrong one. Okay, they start out over here. Still confusing. They started over here. There's, as you can probably see, there's rubble over here. There's a reason I'm saying that, because a skeleton will pop up from that. And there are 2 doors over here, which are trapped. Once someone tries to open it, well, first rogue is of course, and they search. If that fails, a blade sticks out. Well, a blade emerges from it and slash it in this entire square, I believe. And when they open the door, a skeleton will pop up from here, and a goblin warrior and a goblin archer will be revealed in the next room. There are also some 2 chests in there, normal loot. And then they get to the closed doors here, which are, let me see. Oh yes, I remember that they were locked, but they as usual with locked doors, if you can try to, the adventurers can try to lockpick it. If that fails, you have to bash it in. And then they get to the main fight, because it's called Minotaur Maze for a reason, and it's not because it's a maze. In this room there are a Minotaur around here, and a Goblin Archer around here. And you can see that this red floor seems suspicious, completely different. That's because whenever someone is hit by an attack on here, in this, for example, the Minotaur is over here, and the rogue is over here. If the Minotaur attacks the rogue, you just normally roll for attack, and if it hits, you roll for damage, and you add another point to that, whichever off. another +1 bonus is added to the damage. The same goes with if the rogue were to attack the Minotaur. It rolls normal damage, adds any modifiers and such. It rolls for attack, hits, rolls for damage, adds any modifiers to that, and then adds another +1. Because whoever is standing on this and gets hit by an attack, it takes another point of damage. Okay, the Minotaur is a tough one. It's a tough creature. But, yeah. Yeah, the Goblin Archer is just for a bit of support. Not much of a big deal. More chests. I believe standard loot once again. And, first time I noticed the skeletons along the line here. Yeah, I never noticed those before. But yeah, I think that's all the technical stuff from the second. Let me look over it again. Oh yes. If the adventurers have fought everything during the last encounters, such the goblins and such, all the goblins, the orcs, the harpy, and all 3 skeletons in the previous encounter with the crypt. Then the party will have over 1,000 points of experience, and thus level up to the 2nd level, which I'll cover in the next video. Because if I were to explain every single thing about it in this video, I think I might run over 50 minutes. Even though I am at 9, it's a lot. It's well. Well, the leveling up was done in the 2nd session, so I'll do it in the technical video of these. What is that? We did the leveling up in the 3rd session, so I'll talk about leveling up, how that's done and such in this game, for at least in the technical video of the 3rd session. So that will be number 6, which I'll record right after this. So thank you for watching. Hope it was informative. Hope it was somewhat enjoyable. And see you in video 5, probably, which 5 will probably be the one you'll watch after this. So until then, have a nice day and goodbye.